Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel.
How can you ask someone, how long do you intend to be in a relationship with somebody's husband, and then turn around and say that that question was not disrespectful? That was clearly disrespectful and rude. And the way that Mz Shyneka is now pretending as if she was just completely unaware and she was coming from a good place when she asked that, in a place of concern because she has quote unquote been there before, is so hypocritical. Oh my God. So I'm talking about this drama between Claressa Shields and Mz Shyneka. When Claressa went to the Streetz Morning Take Over podcast, and she was asked by Mz Shyneka how long she intends to be in a relationship with another woman's husband. And Mz Shyneka was asking Claressa this and referring to Papoose. You guys have probably seen it. It's been making the rounds. It's going viral. So Claressa gave her response. She said that because Papoose filed for divorce, her and Papoose do not consider Papoose to be married. They consider him to be separated. And that is why she's able to be in a relationship with him. And then she mentioned Remy, which I don't think she should have. I think she should just stop talking about, Remy in general, because that always escalates things. So she mentioned Remy and said that people should also call Remy his wife and ask her why she's living the way that she is living, if she's still married, if they're gonna go down that route. And yeah, she basically said that Papoose really cares about her and he has filed for divorce, and they consider him to be separated, not married. First of all, obviously, as far as the law is concerned, you can be married but separated. So being separated does not mean that you're no longer married. But this is how they are seeing it. But besides that, after she gave that response, Mz Shyneka then, after the whole interview was over, she went on another podcast and she was being asked some questions about the interview, and then she said a whole bunch of other disrespectful things that she did not say when she had that sit down with Claressa. She said that she was not trying to be rude. She said that she was wondering why Claressa is allowing herself to miss up a whole bunch of opportunities for being with Papoose. I'm not sure who told her that Claressa is missing opportunities because she's with Papoose, but she seems so convinced of this. And she said that she is just wondering why Papoose is not resolving this issue because Claressa is very important to him. She was insinuating that Claressa is his meal ticket, and so he should be taking this whole thing a little bit more seriously. She became even more disrespectful in the interview that she did after her interview with Claressa. She pretended as if that wasn't disrespectful either. And then Claressa posted a video addressing the situation. I'm just going to post a shorter version of it here. This is what Claressa's response was to Mz Shyneka's second response to the initial interview that she had.
Mz Shyneka, yo big sat up there and talked to me, and then when I checked you, respectfully, I checked you respectfully in your face. In your face. You shut all that shit up. Now, after the fact, you got all this lip and talking all this because you never got this much attention before in your life. Being a radio host, I didn't even know who you was. I came there for Joc and Shorty. I did not come there for you. But the fact that you asked a question in such a distasteful way, and I answered you like the professional that I am, now you want to go on these rants and talking about some Pat with me for this reason, Pat with me for that reason, blah, 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 blah. You didn't say none of that stuff when you were sitting there in my presence. Why you didn't say it? Why you didn't say it? Because I gave you space and opportunity. I answered you respectfully and left you where it was at. I didn't check, well, yeah, I did check you, but I didn't go off how somebody else would have went off on you because you was very disrespectful. So now you got all this to say, but didn't you just go through a divorce because you cheated on your man? So you are a part of the cheat on my husband committee. You the leader, or is you the CEO? Like, which one is you? Is you the head or the? Because you mad at me because I told you that my man is going through a divorce. So us do not consider him a married man. He's a separated man going through a divorce. But you sit here and cheat on your husband with a barber. So I just want to let you know that while you did all that, now here's your viral moment that you wanted. So since now you got your viral moment, Mz Shyneka, hopefully next time when you see me face to face, know that I can say the same to you I'm saying right now. I can say it to your face. Unlike you. That's what you are. You're a cheating at that.
So obviously Claressa was not happy about the whole thing. She said a whole bunch of other stuff. She was talking about why Papoose is with her, but that's not, I don't need to post that. That's not as relevant. But basically she was saying that why did Mz Shyneka not say all of these things in her presence, and that Mz Shyneka is just angry because initially when Mz Shyneka asked her the question very disrespectfully, she answered professionally, and Mz Shyneka then went to say more negative things, and basically she was going off on Mz Shyneka, which I do not blame her for, because come on, you can ask questions, but there's a way you ask a question. There's a way you speak to the person that you have invited over to your place for an interview. And that is no way to speak to a person, to an adult, someone who's there, because you invited them and you are the host. No, you've got to be a little bit more respectful. So it's not so much that Mz Shyneka asked the question about Claressa's relationship, because Claressa's relationship is a hot topic. It's been a hot topic for a while now. It will be for the foreseeable future. The issue is how Mz Shyneka chose to ask the question, and it was very disrespectful, and it became even more disrespectful after the interview, and it was all intentional in my opinion, because she does not respect Claressa, and she thinks that Claressa is someone that she can just disrespect. Eva wants to be part of the drama so badly that she decided to insert herself in something that completely does not concern her. And she posted some long post that nobody asked her to post. And she said something about, they're both black women, blah, blah, blah. And basically taking Mz Shyneka's side in the whole thing, even though Mz Shyneka was clearly disrespectful from the beginning. And so it's just unnecessary. Her inserting herself was just unnecessary and annoying. And that's that on Eva. But anyway, Claressa also said that Mz Shyneka cheated on her husband, and that is why she is getting divorced from her husband. And she seemed very convinced of it when she said it. I don't know Mz Shyneka's story. I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems to be true. I don't know Claressa to just make up a random lie like this. So I'm going to take it that is true. And if that is true, then what business does Shyneka have to criticize Claressa when she has her own issues going on? See, this is what I say all the time. It's always the loudest people to criticize and condemn that are doing the absolute worst. Because at the end of the day, Claressa is not cheating on anyone, And yes, I believe that Papoose is still married legally to Remy. That's just a fact. Until the divorce is over, it is a fact. But Claressa is not cheating on anyone. And if you want to be brutally honest, neither is Papoose, because Remy, his ex to be, has moved on as well. So it seems like they are done with the marriage. It's just that it would have been better. It would have looked better. It would just be the better choice to make if they had waited until the divorce was finalized before getting into this relationship. And so here is Shyneka cheating on her husband, and yet she is busy calling someone else out, acting as if she is so holier than thou. Very hypocritical. Again, not surprised. She is the sort of person that would throw a stone and hide her hand, because after Claressa posted her response saying that Mz Shyneka was being very disrespectful, Mz Shyneka came back with another response to Claressa, now playing innocent and trying to say, oh, I was coming from a good place. She was saying this on their podcast. Yung Joc was there. And she was saying, oh, I was coming from a place of concern. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, even though she was disrespectful on 2 separate occasions over this same matter. So she's just being fake. Like, I don't like people like this who will say something and then they cannot stand by what they say because they know that what they did is wrong. And instead of owning up to what they did and coming back and like correcting what they did to some extent, I mean, she doesn't have to apologize. If she's disgusted by Claressa's behavior, then stand by it. You know, it's not about taking back what you said, it's by standing by what you said. But instead, she's now pretending as if she wasn't being shady on purpose and not being disrespectful, because the way she asked the question initially in the first interview, she chose her words very carefully. She didn't like rush into asking. I know she said she didn't write it down, it wasn't prepared. No, it wasn't prepared, but when she asked very slowly, very deliberately, and she chose her words very carefully when she said another woman's husband or somebody else's husband, however she phrased it. So it's just it's obvious that she is being disrespectful. But anyway, back to Claressa. Here's what I think about this whole relationship that Claressa has with Papoose. This relationship will always be a topic. It will continue to be a topic until something happens. Either the divorce becomes finalized or they stop addressing any relationship questions, which until the divorce is finalized, I think that is the best thing for Claressa to do. I don't understand why she feels so compelled to answer every question about her relationship. Yes, people are going to poke at you. Yes, people are going to bait you with the way they ask questions, the way that this lady did, Mz Shyneka. But that doesn't mean you have to fall for it every single time. She just has to learn how to ignore this question and pivot back to her work. I feel like Claressa should only be talking about her work. She has a fight coming up. She should only be talking about that. If they ask her, how is your relationship with Papoose? How is it going? Say, oh, I'm here to talk about X, Y, and Z that I have coming up. And it's going to be on this date. Just... Does she not know how to do that? Like, I feel like, I don't know. But yeah, at some point she's gonna have to learn to not talk about her relationship so much, because it will continue to be a topic. And now that people know that they can just push her buttons and she will go off and draw attention to their podcast, they're going to keep doing it. More people are going to do stuff like this. So she's gonna have to learn. I also think that at some point Papoose is gonna have to resolve this issue, because clearly Claressa cannot seem to be able to get a handle on it. It's just this back and forth between her and the internet and these podcasters constantly baiting her. I think Papoose just has to finalize that divorce or not finalize it. Whatever decision he wants to make, he needs to make it so that they know where they stand. Like, if they're going to be in this relationship, then he needs to finalize that divorce. I just have a feeling that one of them, either Papoose or Remy, is being very petty about something and refusing to do something, which is why it hasn't been signed and done with yet. I don't know. I don't understand why this is taking so long. They need to just agree and resolve whatever it is so that they can finalize this divorce and both sides can move on with their life. Remy seems to be moving on. Well, she seems to have moved on, but occasionally they keep taking shots at each other. So I don't even know what's going on. This is so messy and it's just dragging on for a long time. But anyway, at some point, Claressa is going to have to learn to not continue to fall for the bait. And as long as she is in this relationship with Papoose and those divorce papers are not signed, she's going to continue to get these questions. So she might as well learn to ignore them. And Mz Shyneka, in my opinion, was definitely being intentionally disrespectful. And I don't understand why everybody is acting as if they can't see what she was doing. Claressa is picked on a lot, all the time. It's like people don't respect her. And the way people are making it seem, even the Breakfast Club addressed this whole drama. And the way they talked about it, they made it seem as if Claressa's behavior is what's bringing the disrespect from the community towards her and why people are not liking her or focusing on her work like they should. But I don't think that a person's actions can invite disrespect. I think disrespectful people are disrespectful regardless of how a person acts. If someone's acting poorly and you're not a disrespectful person, you will not be disrespectful. You'll either remove yourself from the situation or you try to resolve the situation, or if you decide to address it, you would address it in a respectful way to respect yourself, even if you do not respect the other person. So to say that her behavior, she's doing this, the way she was presented, I think Mz Shyneka even said that. She said the way Claressa was presented to the community and the way that Claressa acts is why people don't respect her and why she's missing opportunities. And I'm just sitting there like, I know you did not just say Claressa is the reason she is being disrespected. That is actually not true. Anyone that disrespects you chooses to disrespect you. Even if you're acting in a way that is not good, they have the option to remove themselves, to not engage with you, or to address you respectfully and still address everything that they want to address, but done respectfully. So I do not believe that Claressa is bringing disrespect towards herself by the way that she's acting. No, because a lot of people's faves are doing worse. Okay, they are in all sorts of weird relationships. What we heard is Shyneka herself cheated on her husband. Does that mean the whole internet should get together and disrespect her and bully her? So yeah, I do not agree with what Shyneka said at all. And I don't think that Claressa deserves the disrespect that she gets. People just need to stop acting as if they are justified in bullying and disrespecting Claressa. It's absolutely not okay. Yeah, that's all I have on Claressa and Shyneka drama. I have a feeling we haven't seen the end of this. I feel like one more person is going to enter the chats. One more person that was mentioned that I feel like they probably should not have been mentioned, but we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.